everyone, welcome back. Happy December and happy Christmas time! This year I've decided to make a little bit of a Christmas vlog because for multiple reasons really. One of them is for the last 2 weeks of October my partner and I weren't around. We went to Korea, so I didn't get to properly celebrate Halloween this year, which is one of my favorite holidays. I didn't get to get dressed up and go to parties. I didn't get to put up any decorations. I didn't get to give out candy on Halloween. And so all of that energy that I usually have for Halloween has been funneled directly into Christmas, which is another one of my favorite holidays. So I'm feeling a little extra feral for Christmas this year, more than usual. And another reason is because ever since we got a place, my partner and I, we've been collecting decor slowly over the years. And this year, I think the house looks pretty good. It looks almost like a Hallmark Christmas movie, which is appropriate because later this week we're having friends come over and playing Hallmark Christmas movie bingo. And if you're in my Discord, if you've been on my Twitch streams, you probably already know what that is. So yeah, I've been making everybody play Hallmark Christmas movie bingo, and so I want the house to look as aggressively Christmas as possible for that. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say Hallmark Christmas movie bingo, which is a mouthful. If you've seen a Hallmark movie, you've pretty much seen all Hallmark movies because Hallmark movies are known for being really stereotypical and reusing the same tropes, and this is especially true of Hallmark Christmas movies. So much to the point that my partner and I, we were watching a Hallmark movie because his family likes to play them a lot as background noise during the holidays. And we were like, let's just, like, we could play bingo with this. So we wrote down a list of the most commonly used tropes in Hallmark Christmas movies, like main character is career driven, or main character goes to small town, or, you know, they drink hot cocoa, they decorate for the holidays. Some kind of like small business is in danger. That happens a lot. And we made little 5x5 bingo boards and we make everybody play. So I've been making everybody on Discord play with me, and now I'm making people in real life play with me as well. That's one of my favorite things to do during the Christmas time. So I'm really excited to be doing that again. So yeah, the house looks like a Hallmark Christmas movie, and that has been making me super happy because growing up my family wasn't super huge on Christmas. I mean, most Korean households are not, because we did celebrate. We had a Christmas tree and I got gifts on Christmas, and my parents raised me as Catholic, so I had to go to Christmas Mass and stuff. But, you know, culturally, we didn't do any of the other things that I would see on TV and movies, like the gingerbread houses and baking cookies and all of that other, like, aggressively Christmassy stuff. And especially growing up in Guatemala, which is a country, it's called the country of eternal spring, meaning there is, even in winter, it doesn't get very cold. It is abnormal to get snow, you know, that kind of temperature. I've always dreamt of having a very stereotypical classic Christmas. And so every time I get to decorate my house, like fully deck it out and go hard on the Christmas decorations, it makes me so happy. I've cried twice this year already from how happy I am. That's like, it's silly. I know how silly it is, but sometimes I think about how happy and how grateful I am that we get to do all of these things. I'm about to cry right now. Like, I can already feel the tears coming. Some of my favorite parts that we've added this year. So obviously we have not one, not two, but 3 Christmas trees. And that may sound excessive, and that's because it is. But we have the big Christmas tree downstairs, and that's the one that has all of our, you know, the ornaments that have meaning to us, the ones that we've been collecting over the years. But while it is big and beautiful, it is downstairs. And so when we hang out in the living room where we usually hang out, it didn't look Christmassy enough. So last year we got a skinny, smaller Christmas tree to go next to the TV. So there's that one. And I have a smaller goth tree, and I use it as a backdrop during my Twitch streams. And I think it makes my little goth heart so happy to have a goth Christmas tree. Also, as a side note, but I've thought about this recently, I think it's very funny that in my vlog titles, I almost always write like goth girl does blank. And this is what I look like most of the time, like bare face, wearing baggy clothes, looking like Adam Sandler. But, you know, to be fair, this is what goth girls look like most of the time. So I feel like, if anything, I am capturing a goth girl in her natural habitat. But I digress. Some of my favorite new pieces of decor we've added this year is we've added some mini wreaths to the cabinets in our kitchen, and it looks so freaking good. It makes me so happy every time I step into the kitchen, because we had little bits of Christmas in the kitchen, like we had Christmas kitchen towels and like a drying mat and stuff, but the top half of the kitchen was devoid of Christmas. And now that we have the wreaths there, like Christmas on the top, Christmas on the bottom, like the whole thing looks like Christmas, and it makes me so freaking happy. Another one that I've been loving is I strung up some lights. I saw this on Pinterest, but I strung up some lights to go across the ceiling in the entrance, in like the little hallway that's the entrance to our house. Is it called a foyer? Foyer? Like, I never know how that word is pronounced, but the entrance to our house, like where all the shoes are. And I put up little ornaments, and it looks so cozy and so Christmas. And another reason I like that is because as soon as you enter the house, it's like, bam, Christmas in your face, which is exactly what I'm going for. I still want to get some more bits for decor. So I'm about to head out to the craft store to pick up maybe a big garland and then some more like floral fake flower arrangements, because I can never keep the real ones alive. Some more little details to really like fill in the gaps. And I've also been DIYing a lot of stuff. Like I get yarn or ornaments or pine cones for cheap at like at the dollar store or something. And then I just like make little garlands out of twine. You know, if you're trying to decorate for Christmas, but also trying to not go bankrupt, that's what I'm trying to do. Because the really, really nice garlands and decoration pieces, they get expensive really quick. Like it's an investment. It's almost an investment. But anyway, I've been talking a lot. Actually, hold on. You want to see another piece of Christmas decor we got this year that is one of my favorites? It's super awkward to hold, but it's this, how big are you? This 3-foot Christmas wreath. We got 2 of them. We got 2 of those giant Christmas wreaths, and we're gonna put them on the windows to make the top half of the exterior of the house also look very Christmassy. So I'm super excited about that, because we've already strung up all of our lights and we've put out some lawn decorations, but it's all very bottom heavy and there's not really much going on at the top. And these wreaths also have battery operated lights, which means that there's gonna be some more light. I'm so excited just talking about this stuff. I'm so happy. I feel like I could cry again, but I don't want to cry on a vlog. That would be really embarrassing. So I'm gonna stop yammering and I'm gonna go to the craft store because I have a lot of chores to do. In the winter, once it starts getting cold, I say cold because I live in Texas, but once it starts getting a little cool or chilly, our laundry increases so much. It like doubles, because we're both wearing like thicker layers. I'm wearing a lot more sweaters and like sweatpants and stuff, so I basically have to do 1 extra load of laundry every week. And so yeah, I have a little more to do. But anyway, yes, off to the craft store I go. Returned from the store. I think it was a pretty successful trip. I got everything that I had on like my shopping list and a couple extra things, and I stayed like reasonably within budget. I did go like $10, not even $10 over budget. So I'm counting that as successful. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I like to do an advent calendar every year for Christmas. An advent calendar is essentially a countdown. They usually come in 24 or 25 days, and every day you open 1 compartment and you get a little treat or perhaps a little trinket. And I love my trinkets. I love my little trinkets. And this year, for Christmas, my partner got me the bestest advent calendar that I could have hoped for. I've been wanting this for years. It's so hefty too. It's this one from Diptyque. I cannot contain my excitement. I cannot, because I've wanted this for so long. I wasn't expecting to get it. I was fully committed to getting this more reasonably priced advent calendar from William and Sonoma. It was like a Christmas baking advent calendar, so you get a different cookie cutter. And then he surprised me with this one, and I just look, you have to look at the inside. Like, the outside is pretty, but when you open the box, it's absolutely gorgeous. And that is not all. It opens. I don't even know what's gonna be in this ginormous 25 compartment, but I am delirious with excitement. Every advent calendar I get, I usually post on my Instagram story, so every day I will open a compartment and show what it is. So if you want to see me open the advent calendar, you should definitely go follow me on Instagram. Okay, but now that I've squealed about my shiny new advent calendar, I'm gonna go make myself dinner because I am actually starving. And after dinner, I am going to work on decorating the house a little bit more. I'm gonna try to put this ginormous garland that I got upstairs near the window, and we also have to put the new wreaths out. So more decorating, more Christmas, yay! Hello again. Please don't mind the madness that is my hair. I'm trying to get a little bit more volume in there before I go stream. But I wanted to sit down and chat a little bit about what the big plans for December/Christmas season are, because I don't think I've had a chance to tell you about like the traditions that I've tried to establish. Like I've mentioned before, my family wasn't super big on Christmas growing up, so we don't really have a lot of Christmas traditions. The only real tradition we had is exchanging presents. So I've been trying really hard now that I have, you know, my own life, or my own family rather, to establish some of those traditions I wish I had growing up. So one of them is Hallmark Christmas movie bingo, which I've mentioned, and I try to play that with as many people as possible. My partner is a very common victim of that, and I try to organize one with friends. I try to do one with the family. I try to do one on at least a couple on Discord, and it's always really fun. I think that's one of the ones that I look forward to the most. Another one is advent calendars, and I showed you my advent calendar for this year, which I'm so freaking excited about. But for my partner, I usually do a bit of a chocolate advent calendar, more treat oriented, because he's got more of a sweet tooth than I do. So I get all his favorite chocolates, Snickers bars, full size, because apparently they hit different. I don't know what that means. And Reese's peanut butter cups, sometimes like Hershey's and that kind of stuff. And we have a reusable advent calendar, and I just put a different chocolate bar into each of the pockets, and it's like a sweet little literally sweet little tradition that we have. But this year, I also got him another advent calendar, because for his birthday, I got him a Nespresso machine, which I'm really proud about because he is very hard to buy presents for. My partner just, he's one of those people that doesn't really want, like he doesn't really want a lot of material things, which is hard to believe for me because I want so many material things. I want so many material things. I want all the pretty shiny things. But anyway, so for his birthday, I got him an espresso machine, which was a huge hit. He uses it almost every day. So I got him the Nespresso advent calendar. So I'm really excited for him to get to do that, as well as his chocolate advent calendar this year. What's another Christmas tradition that we have? Oh, cookies, Christmas cookies. I always like to bake a batch of Christmas shortbread cookies, and then we get our closest friends together and we all decorate the cookies. And a bit of a tradition within a tradition is that I always make enough people, or I guess technically they're gingerbread man shaped cookie cutters, but I always make enough people for however many of us there are. And I also have one that's shaped like a deer that I turn into a dog for one of our friends' dogs. And I recently acquired 2 cats, so I can do our 2 cats, Stubby and Tappy. That's another good one. I try to make really cursed cookies every year. And by that I mean like I make homunculi. I will use multiple cookie cutters together. And what are some good ones that I've made over the years? I did I called him my centaur because he had a reindeer head, but the body of a gingerbread man. So he ended up really cool. I gave him like frosting sunglasses and a black leather jacket. He was really cool. Another one that I loved was my candy cane man. And instead of legs, he had giant candy canes, and I decorated him like a clown, and it looked super cool. Another one that I loved, oh, Keruberus. I made a Cerberus, 3-headed reindeer. That's all it is. And I try to up the cursedness every year. It's really hard. I'm starting to run out of ideas, but that's part of the fun for me. Although I will say, when I do that at, I guess they're my in-laws now. When I do that at the in-laws' house, at my partner's house, my mother-in-law always takes pictures of the cookies, and I've seen her kind of like subtly put my cursed cookies on a plate of their own, and I don't know if she takes a picture of them. So I don't think my cursed cookies are quite fit to her taste, which is fine. I'm not offended at it by all. I'm not offended by it at all. If anything, I think it's hilarious that she does that. If anything, it's now kind of a goal for me to make a cookie that will truly make her go, like make her flabbergasted. So there's that. I think those are pretty much all the Christmas traditions that I really have. I mean, I like to collect ornaments whenever we go on trips, but that one's kind of tricky because it has to be the right timing. If you don't go on the trip around the holidays, almost no stores have Christmas ornaments out. So that one, we haven't done it in quite a while, but other than that, what other Christmas traditions do we have? Oh, this one is not, this one is not really a Christmas tradition, but this one is one that I do with my best friend from high school. There's this movie called Anastasia, and a lot of people think it's a Disney movie. It's not. It's a 20th Century Fox movie, and that's why it looks different from from Disney movies from that time, just a little bit. But Anastasia is a musical, and it's about the last princess of, I want to say Russia. Wow, I've watched this movie so many times and I can't remember. But it's about the Grand Duchess Anastasia who went missing. But the main reason I'm bringing this up is because every December I make a point of watching Anastasia at least once, because there's a song in that movie called Once Upon a December. It is also my favorite movie, my favorite song from that movie. So it's very fitting. My best friend told me that she did that, and I started doing that not in her honor, I guess, but kind of to participate in that with her. So every time I watch Anastasia, I send her a picture and I say, watching Anastasia Once Upon a December. She's told me that she sometimes forgot in previous years, so I've been, in a way, keeping it alive for her. And I don't know, that feels really special. But anyway, I put the goth tree up in the streaming room, as you saw, and so all I need to do is I want to put up a more Christmassy overlay on my stream things, even though it's still only November. So I'm gonna go do that now. See you later. Hello again, welcome back. I just finished up decorating some envelopes for the Christmas cards that we're sending out this year. We're sending out quite a few more than we did last year. Every year that we send out Christmas cards, the number of people that we send them out to seems to increase. And the first year it was only like 10 people. So I decorated each envelope with all of the stationery that I had. So washi tape and stickers and wax seals and the whole everything. And when it was only 10 or so envelopes, it was like a fun little thing that I did for like an afternoon or two. I would put a Christmas movie in the background and I would just, you know, do this, and it would be like a nice Christmassy activity for me to do. But this year it's become almost this big operation, and it's already a week into December, and yeah, I'm about halfway done. From my understanding of Christmas cards, at least in the US, you send out the Christmas cards late November, early December, and you do this by either using pictures of your family from throughout the year, earlier in the year, or you take Christmassy pictures. If you want the card to look very Christmassy, you take the picture from last year and put it into this year's Christmas card. And if we did that for ours, it would obviously be a lot easier, but I am a victim of my own stubbornness here because first of all, I want our picture to be Christmassy, so I don't want to use any pictures from throughout the year because I want the picture and the card to both be very Christmas. And secondly, I don't want to use Christmas cards from last year because I don't feel like it accurately reflects who we are this year. The way that I think of Christmas cards is sometimes I send Christmas cards to people that, you know, maybe I don't get a chance to catch up with them very often or talk with them very often. So I think of it as a, hey, we're doing good again this year. Here's like a picture visual update of how we're doing. If I sent pictures from last year, then what if I got a haircut? What if I got a haircut? Or what if, I don't know, we moved to a different house and now the Christmas tree looks completely different? I have a tendency to overthink things, anything. And so I always wait until the Christmas tree goes up every year, which is usually early December. This year it was late November. And once the tree goes up, then we take a family picture and we take pictures of the cats as well. And then I design my own Christmas card, which also adds another layer of, you know, labor on my part. I design the Christmas cards myself, and then we print them, then I decorate the envelopes, and then they get sent out. So our Christmas cards get sent out fairly late. Although I will say, one downside to the way that we do things is instead of having a professional card, like greeting card company print out our cards on nice paper with high quality printing or whatever, I usually just do Walmart photo or CVS photo and get the next day pickup or same day pickup, because that's the fastest. And I feel like the printing quality is not always ideal. Sometimes the pictures turn out a little grainy, or, you know, last year we had an issue with brightness where the pictures would turn out really, really dark. So I had to fix that and then print out, and I had to like test how it would come out on the Walmart printers. And maybe next year I'll try to do a bit of a compromise. Maybe we'll do a more wintry picture, not necessarily a Christmas tree. But chances are next year I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I might take it easy on the handmade or hand decorated envelopes though, because that's definitely the step that's taking the longest right now. But on the other hand, it is a very Christmassy, inherently Christmassy activity for me, at least, because I'm looking at all these Christmas stickers and like the snowflake stamps and etc., etc. So it does help me kind of immerse myself further into the festive December/Christmas mood. So I don't know, there's pros and cons, I guess, right? So yeah, that's how I've been spending the beginnings of Christmas season, for us at least. I meant to upload this vlog a little earlier, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how prepping for festive season, or like the beginnings of Christmas season, has gone for us. Lots of Hallmark bingo. I've actually played so much more Hallmark bingo since the last time I picked up my vlog camera. And on one movie, I got 4 bingos, which I think that's a record for myself, a personal best. So that was really exciting. Last year, I went like 5 movies without getting a single bingo, and it was getting really, really sad. So this year, I've got a great start. I don't know if I want to do another Christmas vlog before the end of the year, because there's not a whole lot of Christmas activities left for me to really share. So this is how I'm gonna wrap up the Christmas vlog for this year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I enjoyed making it. If you want more Christmas shenanigans, I am opening my advent calendar and posting it on my Instagram story every day, so go ahead and follow me on there. If you'd like to play Hallmark Christmas movie bingo with me, as well as some other friends, then join us on Discord. And if you want to just, you know, hang out with me, get to know me a little better, chat with me, I stream on Twitch, so go ahead and follow me there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays, and see you next time.